Welcome back to the IPA and hashtag #SheIsIPA and the PolicingTV collaboration on highlighting women in policing and police women in International Police Association. We are today speaking with Martin Hoffmann from Austria, who is the international president of IPA, about women in policing and women in IPA. This is one of the interviews we have had with several other interesting people that you will see further on and you already can watch. But today we celebrate the 8th of March, the International Women's Day. Imagine a gender equal world. A world free from bias, stereotypes, and discrimination. A world that is diverse and inclusive. A world where differences is valued and also celebrated. And together we can work for this kind of world. And collectively we can all inspire inclusion. And it's time to celebrate women as a good investment and achievements. All women's achievements are to be celebrated, just as we celebrate men. So we need to raise awareness about discrimination. Martin, what does this day mean to you, the 8th of March, and this year's theme, international, that is Inspire Inclusion?
Of course, it means a lot to me, and I spoke before about the new international project what we are offering for our members worldwide now. And what I didn't mention until now was the creation of the Woman in IPA project, which is one of our core topics. I think what we have to focus in the future as well. Because when we look on female members now, you said it before, we have a drop of female members, and of course we have to look forward what we can offer for women in IPA and police officers to join the IPA. As I mentioned before, we also have a diversity, equality, and officer also for the IEB now, or advisor for the IEB now. That's a new position what we have to develop in the future to bring in equality and diversity inside the IPA. And that means not only, as you mentioned before, not only women, but of course also women. And the world is much more interesting when you look around, and we have different personalities, different person all over the world, different religions, different kind of people. And I always thought this makes us much stronger and not weaker, and that's why we have to look at it. And for the creation of the Woman in IPA project, what we saw right now, we will have our first meeting hopefully in the next 1-2 weeks that we start also with that project. And in my opinion, we have to bring forward some programs, of course, especially for women, like maybe a mentoring program, which was presented 2 weeks ago in Ireland. Joyce O'Grady had a great idea there, and we will go forward with that in Ireland, and I'm sure we can roll out something like this internationally. Visibility campaigns for making women in police and IPA members more, women in IPA more visible. So we started, we will promote and we will publish a promotion video for IPA, Germany and Austria, I think in the next 1-2 weeks. And we brought together 3 women and 3 police officers from Austria and Germany. And we did a promotion video where you see there's no difference between men and women at police work. And I think that is very important as well. And that's why visibility And visibility could also mean for me that we have on our international website a prominent button, maybe if you want to, for women in IPA, and where you can open a website where you see all the offers what we can offer to women in police and IPA. And this, I think, is very important to bring that forward also, to bring the promotion of women in IPA and in the police service on the next level.
Mm. Interesting, really interesting. Because when you think about inclusion, if we don't include everyone, women
Yeah.
and men, and as you mentioned, within IPA, we don't speak about religions, we don't speak about ranks, we basically shouldn't speak about genders, but it's needed to speak about genders because we can see that with the drop of female members, we need to speak about it. And if we are not opening up in activities that attract different kind of people, then it will be the veterans gentlemen's club, and it's
Yes.
not meant to be that.
Yes.
And I would think that the founder of IPA, Arthur Troop, would be very surprised if he turned back to what he started many years back, because he was a man that looked into the future and thought that IPA would be a good thing for everyone that had to do anything with policing. So
Yes.
I think you're on the correct track. Is there
Thank you.
something you would like to say to women on the day when it's the 8th of March and we celebrate women today? Is there something you would like to say to all the women that might be watching you right now?
Yeah, I really hope that they are joining the IPA very soon. I want to say thank you to all the women who already work for the police force and maybe also work for IPA. You know it best. We have amazing IPA officials, presidents, women presidents all over the world. And as you know, there will be an event in Montenegro,
Mm.
and Biljana, the president, is organizing that. Amazing lady, of course. And so I have to thank all the women who work for the police force and also for the IPA for their service, and hopefully we can invite more women in the future to work for us.
So I would suggest that we send a virtual red rose to all of them.
Yeah, of course. I don't have one here.
No, it's
Yeah,
spiritual. It's just not,
yeah,
yeah. So
exactly.
they all got one.
Yeah,
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. When women themselves are inspired to be included, there are a sense of belonging. And I think to feel that you belong somewhere is very important. And that is also something that would give you empowerment. And we are happy to know that the president of IPA, the international president of IPA, will contribute to more inclusive world for women in IPA and also in policing. Martin, is this something that you will say before I make the closure today of the interviews?
yeah, May-Britt, I want to thank you and everyone in the hashtag SheIsIPA project, what you are doing for women in the police service and also in the IPA. And I want to thank you for this dialogue today, because I think making inclusivity and empowerment within the IPA, it's really very important.
Mm.
And I want to urge every IPA member to contribute to these efforts. Maybe also your involvement is vital as we aim to diversity, equality, inclusion in all we do. And so together, I think we can create lasting positive impacts both within the IPA and in the communities we serve worldwide. So
Mm.
thank you for allowing me to share my visions, our vision of the IB. And I'm eager to witness the growth and the changes we all achieve, our collective dedication to improving policing and public service globally. So thank you, May-Britt, giving me the opportunity today.
You, You're welcome. On behalf of the rest of the group that is behind the hashtag #SheIsIPA, I'm very pleased that you accepted to make the interviews for us this particular date. So Martin, thank you for giving this interview
Thank
to
you, May-Britt.
#SheIsIPA and PolicingTV. Let's celebrate the 8th of March and a warm congratulations to all women around the world. So dear watcher, we are so happy that you joined us today, and we would like to invite you to listen and watch us also in the future when we produce new interviews, because this is not the last one. Martin Hoffmann from IPA Austria and the international president is just one in a row, but we thought he was an important person for just this particular day. So we would like to welcome you to the hashtag #SheIsIPA and the series of empowering women. We will continue with different interviews, and we will also start our webinars. And on the 5th of April, those that already met Kim Hjort, she will be back with a direct sent webinar, and we will give you her thoughts about how she can train you to become a minority police officer. Sorry, I said the 15th, that's my birthday. That's the reason. It's the 17th of April. So sorry. So the 17th of April, and you can make your registration through the IBSET Gimbon, this education platform that will be circulated to all sections around the world. And if you are a member of LinkedIn, you will also find it over there. So wherever it is. So we are happy that we can give you also educational professional webinars together with IBSET Gimbon and IPA. Martin, thanks a million for joining us today. And that's the
Thank you,
closure for
May-Britt.
today. Thank you, Policing TV.
Thank you. Bye.
Now